Hey guys, how it going? This is Yara Spark. We are back here in Elite Dangerous with another shipbuilding guide. Today I am here in the T-10, a big ship that not a lot of people use and I have hardly ever seen used. But I happen to love mine, and I'm going to show you today how I built mine and why I like it. First off, this is a ship that isn't usually used like a cutter or a corvette where it kind of jousts around and fly around and does its thing. This is a more fixed placement gun. It's not a very fast ship. It likes to kind of stay in one spot and shoot, but also it can evade. It has a great boost time and it's so maneuverable for what it is. And hopefully you all will enjoy this ship as much as I do. But I will go over what I have done and how I have built mine. First off, I have 4 3C multi-cannons with overcharge 5 with incendiary round. Usually I run about a 303 setup on my pips. This usually keeps me cool. I can keep firing and everything else. I also run a 2C multi-cannon with overcharge 5 incendiary rounds. The incendiary rounds burn through shields. It does well against hull. The kinetic with a little bit still also helps against the hull. I do have a multi-cannon here, or this is a cannon, my bad. This is a multi-cannon with high capacity 4 mags with corrosive shell to do that extra 25% damage to the hull, which each hit. So that helps out a lot to get that DPS even up higher. It melts shields, as I said. This has the highest DPS in the game next to the Anaconda. I also do run a 1E cannon. Not what I want. Modification. I run a high capacity 5 with dispersal to keep people with gimbals off of me, to deal with turrets and such. Very nice modification to deal with other big ships as well. I also run 2B railguns, long range 5 with feedback. It helps get those enemies that are out there in range a little bit in case you got pulled away or something else. It helps deal with feedbacks on big ships, small ships. Very lovely thing to deal with your opponents, because this is really meant to fight big boys, and it does it quite well in my opinion. Utility mounts, looks like we got quite a selection here. So we got a heavy duty 5 with supercapacitor, a resistant augmented 5 with supercapacitor, and it looks like 330A shield boosters with heavy duty 5 with supercapacitor, so 4 so far. And then we have another OA here that is thermal resistant 5 with thermal block, because this shield is reinforced 5 with high cap. And then we have a OD here with resistant 5 thermal block to help get those balances right. This ship has great resistances. It really is meant to deal with the big ships that carry multi-cannons. Like, this is to fend off against those kind of ships. It doesn't do that quite well against PAs, as you guys can tell, but it has great banks to back it up, hopefully. Also, I have a heat sink launcher because I do have 2 5A shield cell banks that I do pop off, and it does get a little spicy, so I use that for that, or in case I just get extremely hot. So for core internals, we have reactive surface composite. I really don't think there's any reason why you should go light on this ship. It doesn't really do it any good. So heavy duty 5 with deep plating to keep that ship integrity super duper high. 4,500 is pretty good in my opinion. Got an 8A power plant. This has armored power plant 5 with monsters. Surprisingly, you don't need to run overcharge on this ship, so this ship can stay pretty freaking cool. Also, it has the highest BTUs, if I'm correct, in the game. Thrusters. We got Dirty Drive Tuning 5 with drag drives. This ship isn't going to win any speed contest, but is at least fast enough to run away from a freaking torpedo. Also, as you guys can see, it has a great pitch roll and yaw right here. It's amazing. Even with no pips in the engines, it just flies like a beaut. For the 7A frame shift drive, I have increased FSD range with Mass Manager. The ship does carry a big fuel tank, and you can get pretty far away on it, but still the jump range is kind of meh, but it's not bad, so take it as is. Yeah. For the life support, I do run miscellaneous lightweight 3. I don't quite go too extreme because I know the power or the life support can be a little low on the integrity side, so I try not to get too carried away. For the power or for the sensors, I run a lightweight 4 or long range 4 to keep my enemies in range, because usually I sometimes get left behind in the group or I get pulled away, so I need to still be able to find my group. So it's kind of a nice balance. As you guys can tell, it still gets up to 12.6 kilometers for the emission range, so pretty good. For the power distributor, it's a 7A, charged enhanced 5 with superconductance. A pretty good power distributor on this ship. It does the job fairly well. It will keep the prismatics up. It will deal with the power draw of the, or distributor draw of the multi-cannons and everything else pretty well, in my opinion, so not a bad choice. For the optional internals, we have an 8A and a 7A plus 2 5A shield cell banks that run Specialized 3 with recycling cells. If you have Specialized 4, you can just make sure you check the power requirements before you get too out of hand, because Specialized does require more power in order to use them. I run a 6A prismatic, reinforced 5, as I said, with high cap, so that's why you have so many boosters the way they are. I might change them up a little bit so I can get a little bit better overall absolute, but I will have to see how that goes and go from there. I run a 5D hangar on here to deal with other fighters on the battlefield, to deal with ships that are fast or ships that try to get away and reboot repair. It is a lovely addition to the ship, and I do recommend it. I would not skip out on this. The ship does eject out of the back of the ship, so heads up. I don't know if that matters, but heads up. I also run a 4D and a 3D module reinforcement package because you do not want people to snipe out your drives, your power plant, your FSD. Those are important modules to have on this ship, and you do not need to be losing them. I also run a 4D hull reinforcement package with heavy duty hull reinforcement 5 with deep plating. As I said, this ship has great integrity. I also run a 3D as well, the same modification. And I also run a 2D with the same modification as well. And lastly, a 1D to balance out everything. So a thermal resistant hull reinforcement 5 with deep plating to counteract that reactive surface armor. I do not run an interdictor on this ship because I don't think this ship could interdict anything even if it wanted to in Super Cruise. It is a very stiff ship in Super Cruise, so be careful. My overall opinion of the T-10, it has been a great little ship. It has done everything I needed to do. It's fought in many PvP battles. Yes, I've lost a couple in it, but I think it's a great ship. A lot of people have been wanting me to make this video because they know I'm the only person that actually has made a great T-10. I don't know if it's really that great, though, to be honest. I just tried to build something I can have as a big boy ship. It is the most expensive ship in my fleet because I don't usually run big boys, but I do enjoy using it whenever I do use it. So if you guys enjoyed it, please leave a nice subscribe. It does help the channel. It helps with future content. Also, if you have any T-10 tips, or if you use a T-10, please tell me down below what you use and how you use it. And until then, guys, I'll catch you on the next one. See y'all.